Welcome to Response to Literature lesson number 2. The first thing you want to do is start by putting your name on the top of your paper. So go ahead and write your name right now if you haven't done so already. The next thing is to put today's date. Today is March 11th, 2014, and then put your English period. For Miss Donaldson's, it's 1, 4, or 6. So for Miss Antonsen, you're going to be putting 2, 3, 5, or 6, right? Okay, so remember the champs for when you're working on the computer. We expect your conversation level to be at a volume level 0. If you need help, please raise your hand. The activity is completing the lesson and also tracking the reading as you listen to the video lesson on the chapter today. The movement is, again, raising your hand to get out of your seat for any reason. We'll know you're participating if we see you writing, if your headphones are on, and you are tracking the reading. Okay, let's go ahead and start by reading today's objective. Today, I am describing and comparing the two main characters of Lupita Mignogna so I can become a more proficient reader of literature. I will know I've met the objective when I can answer multiple choice questions on, that's supposed to say chapter 2, with 80% accuracy or higher. Okay, let's go ahead and start by rating our current level of understanding today's objective. Once you circle that, go ahead and move on to question number 2. Use editing marks to revise the following sentence, then write the corrected sentence on the lines below. Please push pause at this time if you have not attempted to correct the sentence independently. If you have, then already written the sentence, then go ahead and keep listening for corrections in just a moment. As you can see, you should have made the following corrections. Them is the incorrect pronoun. It actually should be they. We do not need is because we're using past tense. They went to the store together, like 3. Whenever we're talking about a number of something, we need to go ahead and write out the number. We cannot put in the numerical 3. We have to write it out, the word 3. So you can see that I changed it to THREE. And then because we're doing 3 P's, it needs to be plural. It's not 1 P, so we need to add that S to P's. And then pod is not a proper noun, so it should not be capitalized. So you want to make sure that you change that to lowercase p. And then we also need a period because it's the end of the sentence. Make sure you have these corrections, and when you do, you're ready to move on to question number 3. Question number 3 says, change the following 2 simple sentences into a compound sentence. Carol eats live bugs. Her favorite bugs are grasshoppers. Okay, at this time, go ahead and combine those sentences into one sentence. Remember, the best way to combine a compound sentence is either by adding a conjunction or using a semicolon. Okay, go ahead and do that now. Hit pause if you need time. Otherwise, if you already have done this, then you're ready to see the sentence. As you can see, I chose to combine the 2 sentences using the conjunction and. Whenever you use a conjunction, you need a comma before the conjunction. So now it looks like Carol eats live bugs and her favorite are grasshoppers. Oops, I forgot to add a period. So let's go ahead and make sure we add that to indicate that it's the end of the sentence. Number 4, what is the main idea of the following paragraph? Underline 2 supporting details to justify your answer. Most of the world's volcanoes are part of the Ring of Fire. This is a ring of volcanoes that form a circle around the Pacific Ocean. Thousands of volcanoes make up the Ring of Fire. These volcanoes formed the sea floor and many underwater mountains. All right, so looking at the main idea, there are thousands of volcanoes in the world. It does say that. But is that what it's all about? No. Let me see. Most volcanoes are part of the Ring of Fire. Some underwater mountains are volcanoes. Okay, so I know it's not C because that wasn't even part of the paragraph. But let's see. It does say A and it does say Ring of Fire. When I look back, I see there's Ring of Fire, Ring of Fire. I see that twice. So I see that this is more about the Ring of Fire. That's one clue, okay? So I know the answer is most volcanoes are part of the Ring of Fire. I'm going to go ahead and circle B. Now I want to underline two supporting details to justify how I know most volcanoes are part of the Ring of Fire is the main idea, what the paragraph is mostly about. So let me come up and it says, most of the world's volcanoes are part of the Ring of Fire. That was my main idea sentence. This is a ring of fire of volcanoes that forms a circle in the Pacific Ocean. There I see that ring again, right here. It's a ring of volcanoes that form a circle around the Pacific Ocean. That supports that it's mostly about the Ring of Fire. Then it says thousands of volcanoes make up the Ring of Fire. Okay, so then again we have another supporting detail that talks about the Ring of Fire, how many there are, how many volcanoes make it up. So there's my two supporting details. Go ahead and underline those if you haven't done so already. You are now ready to stop the do now and move on to Chapter 2, Part 1 of Lupita. You will only be reading Part 1 of Chapter 2. It's a very long chapter, so we split it in half. So make sure you watch that now before you click on the next lesson video.